Born in the pines where the axes sing loud. Generations deep, we're a proud, tough crowd. Hands on the Bible, the timber, the steel. Faith in the Lord, the life that we feel. God, guns, and sawdust, it's in our veins. Through the sweat and the toil, through the joy and the pain. We stand on the roots of the trees we felled. Faith in the maker, stories to tell.
Hey, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We're here at the Paul Bunyan Show with God, Guns, and Sawdust. And it's going to be a little bit different this time. This time we're going to have different people, like our friend right here, Colin from
Wood-Mizer.
Guys, it's going to be great. And we're going to do little clips of a lot of people that come to the Paul Bunyan Show. But before we do, let's get started with a prayer, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Our most dear and gracious Heavenly Father, we come to you at this time, thanking you so much for this opportunity to come together, to talk about our businesses, and we are so thankful for the resources that you give us so this can be possible, Father. Father, most importantly, we are so thankful for Jesus who died on the cross for our sins, that we may have hope of eternal life one day. Father, we are so thankful for the blessings that you bestow upon us. We ask you to guide us in the way we should go and forgive us of our sins as we repent from them. All these things we ask in your Son's name, Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. I'm glad I got to be part of that, man.
Hey. It's really good to have you here, brother.
Absolutely.
It really is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about why you're here at the show.
Yeah,
Wood-Mizer?
absolutely. Wood-Mizer, gosh, and I'm a little embarrassed to say before I left the booth, I should have asked. I think Wood-Mizer's done the Paul Bunyan Show for 20 plus years.
Yep.
Been bringing the mills here, been bringing a lot of our newer products here over the years, especially. This is always a place we look forward to coming. The biggest thing about this show for me is the experience that there's no replacement of coming and putting your hands on the equipment, getting to run the equipment, getting to have fun, getting bit by the bug. You know, that I think that's probably the best thing about the show for Wood-Mizer. That and just getting all of our customer base and our prospective customers and getting to shake their hand, talk to them in person, and for us, we're so blessed with that ownership group. Our owners have got to be. I mean, there's a lot of great things to say about the industry, but I have to brag about Wood-Mizer owners. I mean, just some of the best folks that
they are
around. You know,
sure.
Your family's got a rich history with us, even,
yes.
And so
yeah, my dad did a lot of work with Wood-Mizer. I mean, even so, we've sold Wood-Mizer some logs before.
Yeah,
I mean, poplar logs back in the day. I can remember 10 years ago. I mean, it's really good place to do business with. I mean, all the way around.
Well, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Big time. So yeah, been here probably 20 plus years. I've competed in. We used to do the sawmill shootout, if you remember that.
Yes,
it's been a few
I
years.
do remember that. I'm hoping they bring that back. Right?
I know. Yeah, I am too.
Right.
So I think I did it 2 or 3 times. I can't remember
that's
over the
great.
years, and it's always a blast, and it's great. It's even great to get together with our competitors in that way and have fun. Yep. Right, and it's always awesome, and everybody's so.
That's
so
one thing
great.
about the community that I've noticed.
Yeah.
The wood community is such a tight group of people.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Everybody has respect for everybody.
Yeah.
It's just a really good, like a family, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I was, my experience with that is I was 27 when I started with Wood-Mizer, and
really,
and 27, 28, I think, and anyways, coming in and just being that age, or even the younger guys that get started with us, I think there's probably some stigma of intimidation out there. But you come to a place like this, and you might talk to a guy that's 95.
Yep.
And you might talk to a teenager, and everybody's got the same passion, and
that's what counts.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
That is what counts.
It's awesome. And then just soaking up that knowledge, and when you're learning.
Oh man.
And
it's just like when you come to these shows, there's nothing like hands-on.
No.
You can go online, you can look at whatever you want to, man.
Yeah.
But until you put your hands on it, then you know.
Yep.
I mean, it's almost like when people call me, I get a lot of messages like, Hey, TKP, man, do you know how to cut this tree down, man? Could you tell me how to cut this tree? No, because when I get there, it's going to look totally different than what it does on the picture.
Yeah, absolutely.
No difference when you're going to go buy something. So when you come to this show like this, it's like, hey, guys, here it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Put your hands on it, run it, tell me what you think.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what's awesome about the Paul Bunyan Show.
Yep.
And these shows that we go to.
Yep.
Because of people that are really interested and really want a piece of it, they come and check it out. And it is what it is.
Yeah. Absolutely. And so for us in our booth, we've got our entire lineup. We've got everything from our smallest mill all the way up through the LT70, the portable. We didn't bring any industrial, so that's a little heartbreaking for me. I want to bring a big saw over.
Right.
So I'm the industrial sales manager at Wood-Mizer.
Isn't there one built on a slant? Am I not mistaken? Is there a Wood-Mizer built
we
on a
had
slant?
a slant head for a while, a 4250.
Yep.
So we're not currently doing that one. Our biggest industrial to date right now is we do a series of large twin verticals. So we did a really large mill out in Arizona. We're completing another mill in Georgia right now.
Oh, wow.
So there will be plenty of videos of that.
Going to have to check that one out.
Yeah.
Definitely. That'll be an awesome video.
Yeah, for sure. We've got a horizontal now on the industrial side that'll do up to a 5-inch wide band.
Wow.
So come stock with it too. So progressively, we're getting there.
That's great.
But really, at this show, man, this is about our roots. You know what I mean? This is about bringing out the portables. And in person, there's something for everybody. There's something at our booth and at the other booths. Really, like you can come in and I can imagine it's like the first time you see somebody fell a tree, the first time you open up a log.
Yep.
And you turn that slab over.
Oh, man.
And you see that grain. You know, all the way through, we've got guys that have been sawing for 5, 10, 15 years, and they'll walk in and they'll say, hey, man, I've been struggling with quarter sawing.
Yep.
You know, how do you do it? And it's like, get a log, man, roll it on. Let's do it right now.
That is awesome.
So.
That is awesome. That's the way it works. You know, once you get them out there and they get to seeing it, they know how to do it. Dude, it's the best.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So what is the newest thing that that you could say that Wood-Mizer's came out with so far? Like, I mean, what is your newest thing on the market right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So really just, I would say, quite a few improvements all the way through our range, especially on some smaller mills. We've got an LX series line of mills. We've got the LT70 hydraulic, which we've had out for a couple years. But I think for us, especially this year, is just sort of highlighting that continual progression in, you know, listening to the customer base, making sure that we're trying to meet those needs of those improvements that need to happen. You know, now we're to the point in time where the lead times are way down. No more of that COVID stuff where they're, you know, you're waiting however long. It's like, no, we've got them here. They're available. They're ready.
That's awesome.
If we don't have them, come to Indiana, get one, or we'll get it to your dealer, whatever it takes.
That's great.
So,
that is great. Now, see, I only live probably about 30 miles from your main office.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep, on 10th Street.
Yep.
And always really good things come out. I've known several people there. Just really, really good organization, just like you said.
Yeah.
It's really neat. It's really neat when you can go someplace and everybody knows what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When people know their product, that's what counts.
Oh, yeah. Well, and I think you're going to find one of the biggest compliments, if you don't mind me bragging about Wood-Mizer
Go
a little
for
bit.
it. Yeah.
One of the biggest compliments that I would give our employees is you will find people who love what they do.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And that difference, and you see that, I think you see that in this industry more than you see it in a lot of others. And I wanted to ask you about it because, I mean, I watch your videos and I see a lot of them, and you're like, hey, it's not work if you're waking up and going and doing what you love.
It's true.
And
it's a passion.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
I mean, when I get up to go cut trees, it's like, which one am I going to take out today?
Oh, yeah.
How am I going to do it? And it's, you know, like anything else, if you love it and it's a passion, it's not a job.
Right.
When I go to work, I normally have a certain amount I'm going to cut. Sometimes it doesn't happen that way, but I like to try to meet my goal. 25, 30 trees a day. I know a lot of people think, man, this dude goes out there and cuts 2 trees and comes home, makes a couple videos. It doesn't work that way. I wish it was like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, every tree is different. Every day is different. Every minute's different. Every second's different.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, you know, you're talking about the customer and learning from what they don't like or something they think could be better.
Yeah.
It's the same way almost as logging. I brought this up with my buddy with Logox too. And when you go to cut the tree, it's not the same. You have to, I have my own way of cutting timber, okay? But Joe down there, he might not have the same way I do, but his way's working. Do you know how I can tell? He's still alive to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I might not use his style on most of my trees, but there might be a tree that I need his style. So you got to have an open mind to what he's doing. If I closed that door, never took what he had to say about the style of his cutting, then I would never know that. Almost like if someone asked you, hey man, this part on the seat where it don't swivel when I'm sitting on it, dude, I can't stand that.
Yeah.
Or anything. If you change it, it might help out a lot of people with what they're using. It's the same thing as keeping.
Oh, absolutely. Big time.
Yeah, I mean, everything's different with logging. You know what I'm saying? And tree work, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that though, and I don't know if I guess I'd want to ask you this. I'd say one of the things that's most attractive to me about my job, and even because we're not sawing every day.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's that we're dealing with customers. But I'll tell you one thing that I love that the job brings me, and I think that's available in this industry, is you've got a new challenge every day.
Every day.
You know, you've got something different to focus on. And not, some guys can come in and they can do whatever for 8 hours and punch in and punch out. That's not me.
Not us.
My brain doesn't work that
Right.
way.
We don't ever know what's going to happen the next day. And that's what I like about it too.
Yeah.
Everybody in this industry wants to work.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Absolutely.
I've never met someone in the industry, whether it be logging, whether it be sawmill work, whether it be firewood work, all of it, man, takes a whole lot of work.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So it's really cool. It is. And Wood-Mizer's got a lot of big part in the sawmill industry. I know when my dad and mom had the pallet company,
Yep.
all their blades they got from Wood-Mizer.
Yep. Absolutely.
They've used a couple of their machines too to even do it, and we've had nothing but good luck. So yeah.
Yeah, we're seeing some influx. Kind of speaking to that right now. I know one big thing that is going on right now is some of these paper mills are going away. And
They are, aren't they?
some of that low value timber, we need to find a place for it, right? If we're managing our forest properly, and we're harvesting and we're doing the things we ought to be doing, that low value timber can't sit there. It's got to be used.
It does.
We've seen a pretty big influx in a lot of that going into the pallet processing products.
The pallets and also the bridge mat, the mats coming in.
Mat timbers, big time.
Mat's huge.
Crane matting.
Yes.
Absolutely.
As you all know, we are live at the Paul Bunyan Show. It might seem like it's loud around us. I don't know how it is going to be like on these mics, but I'm telling you right now, this is the first time ever being live at an event, and I'm liking it already.
Yeah, I like it too.
It's pretty cool. So, hey, it's really neat to have Colin on here from Wood-Mizer, and we wish you guys the best here at the show and keep doing what you're doing. We need more business guys like you guys and putting out a really good product. So thank you so much for coming.
Yep.
And we really do appreciate you.
Yeah. No, we appreciate you, TKP. Keep doing it. Keep killing it.
We appreciate you.
All
God
right,
bless
man.
you. And that is a big
Boom,
Indiana
baby.
boom,
Oh.
baby. That's
It's
awesome.
the Indiana.
That's great. Thank you. All right, y'all. We're back with God, Guns, and Sawdust. And we got Marc here from Eastonmade. Marc, you've been around Eastonmade for a long time, haven't you?
Well, I've been working with Eastonmade for the last just over 3 years now, but I've known Andrew for a number of years and knew Brent, his dad, when it was Bell's. And so I've been around the industry for a while for sure.
Yeah. We're here at the Paul Bunyan Show, and man, this is one of the biggest shows of the year in the March.
It is. I think it's probably the most active show, and we get people from all parts of the forestry segment. We get people that are falling trees for a living, logging. We get people that are in the grinding business. We get lots of firewood people. So really, it collects everybody that's associated to transforming and harvesting, logs and trees for sure. Yeah, for sure. The woods.
It definitely has to do with the tree place. Definitely. Yep. It's all about what we do with the trees for sure. And I mean, the Paul Bunyan Show has been around since 1957.
57, way before my time. I've only had the privilege to come for the last, I guess this is the third or fourth year I'm here. And we always look forward to Paul Bunyan. It's kind of the end of the show season for us. We start in the spring. Every other year, we start in Virginia at the logging show down there. And we do anywhere from 6 to 8 shows throughout the year. But Paul Bunyan's always the last one in the season. We kind of look forward. It's the busiest. It is, we find the most variety of equipment and all the people that kind of supply to the industry are here. And you see a lot of innovative technology being introduced here at Paul Bunyan. So it's a great place to come and see equipment if you're in that segment.
Yes, especially hands-on. You can get hands-on with this equipment. You can get right in there. You know what you're buying because you're using it right here.
Yeah, and that is what's so good about our shows is we get to run the firewood processors, chainsaws, everything. Like if you want to try an axe, there's nothing you can't try here. You want to see big grinders pumping out a ton of mulch? Well, you can see that here at Paul Bunyan.
Oh, man. I'm telling you what, they were taking 22-inch logs. Some of them look like stave logs. I'm like, no, don't chip that.
Well, that's so funny you say that because I had a customer come by today, and that's all he processes. And he says, I can't believe they're grinding up those logs.
It was great. It was great. Oh, man, I look like a logger. Like, oh, my goodness, what are they doing?
Yeah,
but
exactly.
That's almost like a firewood guy in the loggers pile. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Well, it was funny because the firewood guy was looking over there today, and he says, I can't believe they're grinding up those logs.
It blows my mind. It does.
Anyways, it's a great place. If you haven't been to Paul Bunyan, it's worth certainly to make a trip out here. And the people, you see people from all walks of life. On Friday, a lot of commercial operators are here and people that are, professionals in the segment.
Yes.
And then as you migrate through the weekend, you get more families coming. Tomorrow will be a lot more families here making a day of the Paul Bunyan.
Oh, man.
And then the diehards stick around right through till Sunday morning.
No, they do.
Yeah.
They're
here till I would say the show goes all the way till mid-afternoon on Sundays, but I would say it starts to taper off after lunch.
Yep. I would say so too.
Yeah.
I know Saturday tomorrow is going to be a big day. It's always a big day at the Paul Bunyan Show. It is
a great day on Saturdays, and surprisingly today, I got to say, for all the years I've been coming to the show, which is not a lot, but today was probably the busiest Friday I've seen. We had a great day selling equipment and did lots of demos. We didn't stop all day till about 4 o'clock, and
that's great.
And it started to wind down, and people are kind of getting ready to figure out where they're going for dinner.
I actually run a Model 1222 Eastonmade and also have the STK24 conveyor. And let me tell you something, that right there is one work of art. It's one of the smallest wood splitters when it comes to the 6-way and the 8 or the 6-way and the 7-way box. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm telling you what, it's never let me down.
And that's our mid-range splitter, right?
Yes.
We started with the 1222 is a 24-ton unit.
Right.
It is probably, in terms of units sold, one of our most popular models. It's moderately priced. It's kind of in the mid-range of our product line. But definitely a workhorse, well-built, heavily built, made to last. Buy it once, cry once, and own it for life.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree. And I love to watch it work my son to death. You know what I mean?
It's funny you say that because I had the opportunity 2 weeks ago to be down at Hope, which is a volunteer day for a cancer recovery center in southern Pennsylvania. And I was there with a bunch of woodhounds, and we worked hard that day. We started about 7:30 in that morning. We ran till 6:30 that night and probably did over 100 cords of firewood. And there was a whole series of splitters lined up on the hill. Some Eastonmade and other brands were all there, and people just worked hard and had a great time. And then we all gathered afterwards to have a good meal and a few laughs and a few beverages.
Mark, I'm telling you what, that right there is what it's all about. And I can say that about Eastonmade. I can say that about Wolfe Ridge. All of you guys always stick together, and you guys help for a really good cause. And you do this several times a year, am I not mistaken?
Yeah, we try and attend as many as we can. Obviously, with the show season,
Sure.
it's sometimes difficult. Like we would have loved to have been down at Wood for Warriors, and,
Yep.
and unfortunately, we had to be in the Midwest for
Oh,
a
yeah,
show
we
there.
totally understand.
And but yeah, as much as we can, we try and make it out and give back to the community because it's such a great community, and you know, and Wood for Warriors obviously is for the veterans.
Sure.
And then, you know, that Cancer Recovery Center, you hear the stories of the people that go there and spend a few days and get an opportunity to, you know, kind of just recharge and reconnect with their family members.
Amen.
Through a difficult time. And
Yes.
Anyway, so those are really great causes, and we try and be as active as we can when it
one
comes to those things.
that really did impress me this year was Hoosier Firewood Hysteria and the rain.
Oh, that was...
But nobody stopped, Mark.
No, everybody
was soaking wet,
yeah,
man.
Well, I think we learned from the first year you got to show up there with the right
Yes.
gear and base layers and come prepared to work, and that's what everybody does. And
From all
that's
over.
I guess that was the third year run, and I
Yep.
spoke to Mike recently, and unfortunately he's not going to be able to organize it next year. So
Really?
I'm not sure if it's going to happen or not, but anyways, that's another great event where we show up and donate our time to produce firewood for the veterans and their campground, and
Yep.
they use that to raise funds, obviously, to run the place. So it's a lot of fun. I think the Woodhound community loves kind of getting together and working hard, and then obviously at the end of the day, we get to relax and have a meal together and a few beverages, and
Yes, that's the
and
best.
have lots of laughs.
That's the greatest. It is.
Yeah.
And yeah, we really do appreciate Eastonmade, everything you guys stand for, everything you do for the Woodhound. And
Well,
all the
thank
wood
you. We
community.
appreciate the feedback, and you know, we are always trying to make great equipment for our customer base, and you know, we're never done. There's always good feedback we get from customers. Even today, you know, we had some customers come by and tell us, "Have you ever thought of this or looked at something from a different perspective?" And we get great ideas from our customers because they're using that equipment. It's like you said earlier, you know, you had Green Bean running. Well, in
Yep.
time, he's going to go, "This works really well, but maybe you could consider this."
Right. Maybe
And
one
so
of
you
the
get,
Mevos
you
or
get,
something.
you get great ideas from customers because they're like we can only run it so much. Like I was privileged at Hope to run an Evo for a full day with an existing customer. We kind of went back and forth. We had a couple helpers, so we pumped out a lot of firewood. But normally I get to run equipment for a couple hours, and then I'm
Right.
training operators on how to use their equipment and just kind of get them off. You know, we find that especially on our big equipment, if we go to site and help them, you know, get it set up and spend a day with them, showing them how to run it, parting with them tricks on what we've learned or what other customers have shared
Sure.
with us. It just kind of helps them kind of accelerate their learning curve.
And this is exactly what separates Eastonmade from a lot of different places because they care about their customers. I know anytime I've ever called in, my dad's talked about it, you know, how they take care of things. And the customer service is where it's always at. And that's the biggest importance to a lot of people out there. I mean, when you come in, if there is a small problem, and it's going to happen, you know, anytime, and you're able to fix it like that, or if you take time to show them exactly how it's working, they're going to have a better time at it. And I know you're one of the best at showing someone about this. I mean, you showed me how to run the Evo that day.
Yeah, that's right. You
Yep.
ran it at Hoosier.
At
And
Hoosier.
It's not difficult, but then there's always little tricks that you refine in,
Yep.
in developing your skills
Yep.
to use the equipment versus trying to muscle the outcome.
Yep.
And so we're always trying to, you know, share that knowledge with customers. And then on the service side, obviously, you know,
It's great.
when people call in, we do our best to pick up the phone, and if we can't pick up, we're doing our best to get back to them and helping them with whatever the issue is.
That is
You know,
the
I always
best
say
thing
to
about it.
people, bad news doesn't get better with time, so you might as well just deal with the issue and figure out a plan on how to get it fixed.
Well, that is a big boom, baby. That's awesome. Marc, man, we love having you on here, buddy. And we appreciate you coming out here to the podcast, God, Guns, and Sawdust. We appreciate Eastonmade. We appreciate you making it to the Paul Bunyan Show here and letting us check out all the equipment. So make sure, if you guys have any questions about an Eastonmade or anything, make sure you go to eastonmade.com. Go check them out. And, hey, appreciate you very much.
Thank you very much for having us.
Yes,
and
sir.
We love what you do for us in terms of your social media presence and the visibility we get with your equipment or our equipment on your channel.
Hey, we appreciate it. It's really,
it's a win-win.
thank you, Marc. It's really easy to promote a good product.
Thank you,
So,
sir.
thank you. Hey y'all, TKP here from God, Guns, and Sawdust. If you're battling logs and back pain like I do, Logox is a game changer. I've known the Roberts family for years, and they're a 100% American-made tool, like the 3-in-1 forestry multi-tool that lifts, rolls, and elevates logs with up to 93% less strain, help you work smarter from harvest to hearth. Click the link in the show notes, gear up for the first order, and use code GGS10 for $10 off. Now offering free worldwide shipping. Logox, built tough in the USA for real work. And that is a big Indiana boom baby. All right, y'all. Hey, we're here at the Paul Bunyan Show. There's a lot of people going on. It's Saturday morning. I'm here with Bob from Wolfe Ridge.
Yeah. Pleasure to be here, man.
He's going to tell us a little bit about his company.
Yeah.
So let's listen to what he's got to say.
Not my company, but yeah. So we're here at the Paul Bunyan Show, of course, like Alan just said, and we've got a huge display of all of our wood splitters. We've got firewood processors, we've got conveyors, we've got kindling makers, we've got all kinds of stuff. And this show is huge. This is the biggest show of the year that we do.
Yep.
And it has been kind of a whirlwind. Show season in general has been kind of a whirlwind, but then getting ready for this show and then getting to this show, but we're here. We're on the ground. We're having a great time. Like you said, Saturday morning, it's just starting, and it's already crazy.
This is the biggest day, right?
Yes.
The biggest
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. And yesterday was pretty busy already, especially in the morning. Kind of trailed off in the afternoon, but it's also hot.
Very hot here in October. That's kind of crazy for the Paul Bunyan Show. I can remember snow. I can remember real wet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
I
we've been
remember,
lucky.
yeah, rain. Like, I was at a different company, exhibiting here years ago, and like 2 years in a row, it would just rain.
Yep.
And usually at the most convenient times, you'd have it. It'd be nice in the middle of the day. Show takedown. Here's the rain.
Yep.
So
every time.
But so I'll take the heat, and we'll deal with that. We've got plenty of water. So
Yeah, they've been doing a good job watering all down everything. You know what I mean? Where it isn't blowing on us all day.
Yeah.
But the Paul Bunyan Show is the biggest show of the year. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Yep.
This is no discredit to any other shows that we do, because we do a lot of shows. We
Yes.
do a lot of great shows. We do regional ones, but people often ask if there was one show that they could get to see the most amount of equipment. The Paul Bunyan Show is where it's at. I mean, this show is. I think that booth spaces are pretty well sold out. They're trying to get more in and make some more spaces. I know that. And for us to get the spot that we had, like, we would like more space, but we can't get it. And I think that's the thing with a lot of other vendors too, and not just our equipment. Like, you come down here to see the latest and greatest from everybody.
Everybody. Hands on.
Yes.
They let you run it.
Yes.
Get right up close to it, personal.
Exactly.
Because, man, you should be able to see and look at what you're going to buy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yep. That's the thing is all this stuff is anything in this industry is an investment, and it
is.
should make you money. So that's the
Amen.
That's the plan with it. And if you don't know how it's going to work, it's hard to make that decision to buy something just sight unseen. What we see a lot is people will see our videos and our how-tos and all this stuff. They'll see like what we've made, but then when you get up close and personal, you're like, this thing, like, the videos don't do it justice.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah. So I would say that getting to a show like this is the biggest one. There's other ones, but you get to one to actually split some wood. We've got some good wood here to split.
We do. They have a lot of really good selection here, don't they?
And they gave us, so we build our own wood splitters. We build our conveyors. We bought our new IC16 in-feed hopper, so that's working out really well.
I've seen that. That's very nice.
We started, people always asking us, like, if we're going to build a firewood processor, and there's just so much out there. And I had the experience with Yappa in the past, the Finnish-made machines, and they approached us earlier this year, and so we got set up with them. So we've got a good kind of mix of we've got the Wolfe Ridge splitters to do the big, huge stuff, you know, and then we've got the Yappa processors to do the tops and the smaller diameter stuff.
And the Yappa processor also has the 7-way box.
Yeah,
on it, right?
yeah. So they call it a 4-way or a 6-way. The Yappa 405's got the patented perfect split in it, and the perfect clean, the shaker rack too. So,
wow.
Really, what comes out of it is really nice stuff. And you know what's interesting about that, as a side note, when we first, like when those machines were first a thing, the perfect split was coming out, whatever. There were a lot of people that laughed at it. You know, they're like, no one ever wants wood that small. You know, we went to the shows and wood split this big.
Yep.
And now it's like, who can get the smallest?
Smallest, exactly, because of putting it in the bags and doing
the
the wrapping
bags
thing.
And mini wood stoves and you know, even like these you know, you got the tabletop fire pits, but like there's also these mini wood stoves now. I don't know if you've seen them.
Oh yeah, mini wood stove, sure.
Yeah, like
Matt D, he's got one.
Does he?
He always has one out there.
Oh, the rocket stove, yeah.
Yep,
yeah,
the rocket
those two.
stove.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's interesting, you know, we came here, you have to buy the wood at the show, you know, so we bought 2 cord, and Jason, the wood guy, you know, we went back and looked at it, and I saw everything was pretty small diameter, and that's great for the processors. You want to put, you know, like the straightest, the nicest stuff you can put in there, but
Sure.
I said, well, it'd be nice to get some other stuff too. So he was like, well, we've got all this big ugly stuff. So we took a couple of loads of the big ugly stuff and bucked that up for all of our splitters. So we got all the big ugly stuff on the splitters, and we got the nicer stuff on the processors. So we got a good mix of stuff down there to run the machines.
Sounds really good.
And show the stuff. Yeah,
That's awesome. I'm telling you what, this show right here, and just like you said, the hands-on thing.
Yeah,
is where it's at.
Yeah.
And oh man, did you know that the Paul Bunyan Show has been here since 1957?
I did not.
It's only been here 20 years. It was in Nelsonville, Ohio.
Okay.
And I remember going as a kid to Nelsonville, Ohio. Oh
Really?
man, I can remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah?
My Uncle John, man, he always talked about getting Rocky boots because that's where their big distributor is. Oh my word, this is amazing.
Yeah.
We'd have to go there. He had to go get them Rocky boots every time we'd go. But yeah, so they've been here a while. And so I noticed you also have the vertical wood splitter also.
Yeah, the 17 VS has been it's been really popular. Actually, 2 years ago at this show is when it was introduced, and that was before I worked for Wolfe Ridge. I was exiting the last company I was working for at that time, and so 2 years ago at this show is where Chris actually approached me about a job at Wolfe Ridge.
That's awesome.
Yeah, was at this show. So, you know, it's like
really
Paul Bunyan,
special to you.
Yeah, dude, it means a lot to me because, like, you know, he came up in the booth and he knew I was leaving there, and he was like, well, I got to offer you a job before someone else does. And I laughed, you know, we laughed because I've known Chris, we're joking. And I remember driving home Sunday night, I got a message from him that was like, I'm serious, by the way, you know. So then it was all downhill, uphill from there.
Right. Well, wow, that's really neat.
But
that is.
I tell you, another special thing about the Paul Bunyan Show for me is that, you know, in this industry, at my last job, I did a lot of video content for the machines I was selling and met a lot of great people in this industry. There is no shortage of great people in this industry. Whether
Amen to
it be
that.
vendors, customers, content creators, like there's so many good people. And I remember I made the announcement that I was leaving that company, and I had no clue what I was going to do, and it was scary. Like I didn't know what I was going to do. I just didn't have a plan. I just had to get out, right? So, so at this show, I had all kinds of people coming up to me, hugging me, shaking my hand, saying, man, you do great, whatever you do, like, we're going to miss you, all this stuff. And I remember that was like Friday and Saturday here at the show. And I'm thinking to myself Saturday, like, I got to stay in this industry. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I need to stay in this industry. And then Sunday was when, you know, Chris approached me. And when I started there, I didn't understand how much support people had for me. And it was just crazy. It's crazy.
The love in the wood yard.
It's crazy.
Is amazing, isn't it? And once you get that sawdust in your veins, you can't get it out.
Yeah.
It's like unwashable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and firewoods work, but it's also like, it's therapeutic, right? Like it sounds crazy, but you know what I mean.
Yep.
If I go run a wood splitter, I'll work my week, and then I want to go make firewood, and it's like, well, you take a break. That is my break. Yeah.
Exactly.
I like it. So
hey, it's a getaway. You know, that's the thing. Whenever I'm at home, I get to go out and split some wood by hand, go out in the woods and sit down by yourself.
Yeah.
Everything that bugs you during the week.
Yep.
You just take it out on the wood.
Yeah.
It's the best. It doesn't matter if you're running a machine or not. Almost like mowing.
Yeah.
Man, when I go mow, that's the best time to think about whatever you're going to think about, right?
And I think it's also like it's a visible thing, right?
Yep.
Especially if you have a job where you, my job's multifaceted. A lot of these guys that are doing firewood have full-time jobs and then they're doing firewood on the weekends or whatever. But like if you go split even a half cord or a full cord on a Saturday and Sunday, you can see what you did and you can be like, I did that. Yep.
Amen
and it's
to
a
that.
sense of accomplishment. You feel like you got something done. Sometimes you're spinning your wheels trying to go throughout the week and you get there and
Makes you feel good. Got something done.
Yeah.
You're going to stay warm.
Yep.
Warms you twice.
Exactly. Yeah. 3 times depending on how many you stack it. Yep.
Yeah, amen to that. Amen to that. Well, hey, y'all. We really do appreciate Bob from Wolfe Ridge.
I appreciate you, buddy.
Hey, man, thank you so much for
Love
coming
what you
down
do for
here.
the industry. And, you know, I got to meet you. I think the first time maybe I met you on the way to Hoosier or something.
It was.
At the one, what do they call them? The Oasis for the restaurants, the gas station, whatever.
Yes.
I was like, man, he's super down to earth. Like, so it was.
Well, you know, that's one thing we do love about Wolfe Ridge, too, and I've noticed throughout my career, being a content creator and also a logger and being part of the, you know, the Woodhounds,
Yeah.
is that how much support you guys give our military, how much support you give the people battling cancer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The places I've seen everybody else, Wolfe Ridge is right there too.
Yeah.
Always supporting our veterans.
We try, and I love the Wood for Warrior stuff that you guys do,
Yep.
and I'd love to get more actively involved with some
A
of those
lot
things
of you
too.
guys as splitters were there.
Yeah.
I mean, for real. A lot of people there. I mean, Britt was there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, so many other people.
Yeah.
It's hard to even.
Yeah,
you
and
know.
Tom just got that custom pink one made, Tom's Firewood.
Yes, I seen that.
Yeah, that was-
you guys had that over in Hope,
That was
right?
pretty cool. Yeah, he had that. Yeah, he got
He
it
had
just
a
in
Hope.
time for Hope, and that, you know, yeah, it's really cool stuff.
What you guys do for the veterans and the people that need you is just amazing, and we need more people like this. And
Thank you.
we love the example that you show the people.
Thank you.
So thank you again.
Appreciate you,
God
man.
bless you.
You too.
And that is a big Indiana boom, baby. All right, y'all, we're back. We're back with our good friend David here. He is from British Columbia.
British Columbia.
Man, oh man, this is awesome. He's got something that might help the Woodhounds. It might help everybody out there looking for firewood. I've talked to a couple of y'all about this out there in the Woodhound gang, you know what I mean? And I really do think it's a good thing. I think it's going to really separate a lot of our firewood mess-ups. There's so many bad people out there taking advantage of our older people.
No more
You know what I
okie
mean?
dokie.
No more okie dokie. And our brother Dave here, he's going to tell us about this app that you guys can download here. Hopefully by the time this airs, we're going to be able to do this. And he's going to tell us how it's going to help out not only the guy selling the firewood, but also the customer.
Thanks.
So tell us all about
Hey,
it.
you know what? It's a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to be here. TKP. Yeah, so I used to sell firewood. I still sell firewood. And I thought, man, how do I know I'm selling it for a fair price? And how do I make sure that the transaction is secure? Because then I was on Facebook and I was like looking at people selling firewood and they're just like, yeah, I'll deliver the firewood in 3 days. Send me $300. And of course, they're just trying to scam me.
Never get no firewood.
Never getting the firewood, right?
Facebook Marketplace.
They have no address. They have just, oh, we'll give you 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 15 inches of fire, like different, whatever. It's a
the
scam.
links, yeah.
Right? And so I was thinking, how can we protect against scams? How can we make sure that the prices are fair? How can we have this trust thing going? And, you know, I watch your videos, love it. It's hilarious. And I say, man, this guy knows how to create trust. He's so honest that just people love it, right? I'm like, all right, you know, maybe he can help me. So I built a website where you can sell your firewood, where
And
you
we're
can
gonna
buy
go
your
to this
firewood.
website, yeah.
Okay, we're going to put it up on the thing. It's
Here
called
it
the
is.
firewoodmarketplace.com. It's a firewood marketplace. It's kind of simple, right? You go there, you log in as a seller, you put your information in, you sign up, you got to put your banking information in so you can get your money.
Yep.
And then you take pictures of your beautiful firewood. Look at this amazing firewood. Look at that. Oh, there it is, larch, also known as tamarack. And you can see that those are kind of the same ad. And then you look at it, you click on it, and you're like, oh, is it for delivery? Is it for pickup? Where is it? That's where I live. Don't come to my house unless you want to hang out. There's me. Okay? And so it's on a map. This is the other thing. is it'll help us know the average price in an area
Average price.
for a certain, type of firewood. So maybe it's like a long box. It's a face cord. What did you call a face cord?
Face cord is a rick in Indiana. A rick
rick.
of firewood, which is 4 feet tall, 8 feet long. Yep.
Yeah. So we call it a face cord. We sell a half cord, whatever. You
Sure.
can sell it. You can make all the different listings you want. I'm selling bundles of kindling. I'm selling, whatever to a restaurant. I'm selling this to your house. I'm going to deliver it. You're going to pick it up. So then you click on buy now. Oh, if you go there, you can click on buy now. And then, of course, you got to sign up. And then we're not going to do it all right now. But then you would go in and you'd put your credit card information in. And then you'd say, okay, yep. And then I would get a notification. And then I would say, okay, I'm going to accept that he wants to buy it. Click. And then I take the wood, or he comes and picks it up. And then when it gets received, that person sees the firewood there and says, yep, I got it. And so that interaction, the click buy, I received, etc., provides safety for the buyer and the seller.
It does.
Right? You can verify. And if somebody wants to defraud you, first of all, they're probably not going to put their banking information in.
Nope.
Right? They're not signing up with their real information. And this website won't let you do it unless it's secure and real. Secondly, what is secondly? If there is a problem in the middle of the transaction, you can say dispute. Okay? They say you delivered the firewood, but it never showed up. Dispute. They say it never came. Dispute. Until the very end, until both parties have agreed that it's happened, the money is held safely, and then it comes to you.
Gotcha.
Right? So the money, a big part of this website is providing security for the buyer and the seller. Right?
And that's a big thing to me. There's a lot of people that I've had call me up and say, man, I ordered this firewood online. They told me they were going to be here, and normally it's an elderly person, and I gave them over $300, and they have not brought me one stick.
Yeah.
And that's been over 2 weeks ago. Could you please help me out?
Yeah.
And that's the hardest thing. They're 80
people getting
years old.
taken advantage of.
And that's the thing, and they only have, a lot of these people only have a certain amount of money each month.
Limited income.
Limited income, and they're trying to stay warm. And I'm telling you what. So I really do like this app too, just because what I've looked at is it gives us a lot more security with who's buying it. Now, you also talked about sometimes when you do deliver it, you can take a picture of the wood. Yep.
You can add a photo. Look, I dropped it off. You can add that right into the photos section if you want to do that, just to verify on your end. You're like, no, I did this. I can show you. There's your house. You can also, there's reviews. Just like on Airbnb,
reviews.
Right? You're creating trust, you're creating relationships, and you're demonstrating it to everybody else. Just like you create trust with the people watching your videos, learning from you how to do that stuff, right? You want to sell firewood, you want to buy firewood from somebody you trust, so you can see, this person sold a bunch of firewood. It's just like eBay. I mean, we're not bidding here. It's not a bidding war, but it shows reviews, just like everything else on the internet. We're building trust through public honesty and from each other.
So, a lot of the times, the guys that I've talked about, in the wood industry, they think it's a really good idea too. So, but a lot of my guys, and I think we've talked about this a little bit too, they spend a lot of money buying the firewood, bringing it in, cutting it up. And now a lot of them are asking, so what's it going to cost me as a firewood guy to use this app?
Right. So the website's going to take 5%, right, which is pretty standard. And that 5% is kind of what's going to keep the fraudsters away, right? Having something where you have to pay to play, people who are going to try and take money, they don't want to give money. They don't want to be honest. They're not I'll participate in this thing. They're not going to see that there's a value there. So they're going to be kept away. And so, it's going to cost a bit of money. It's going to cost 5%. And that website fee is going to go to maintaining the website.
That's really cool.
And but I think we're not doing this for money.
No.
There's going to be some money involved, but we're not in it for money. We're here to say, look, we want to protect people. We want to provide a service. We want to save Aunt Sally from being defrauded. And we want to provide knowledge where, okay, in this area, this wood costs this much. When I was selling to my friends, and maybe I already said it, I wanted to make sure I wasn't charging too much or too little, right? I would take my kids out and be like, okay, kids, I'm going to pay you. here, you're going to cut firewood, you're going to stack it, you're going to do this, and here's your money, right? And so I'm charging my friends, and then I'm paying my kids. But am I charging my friends the right amount? Am I charging myself out at the right amount? Am I being honoring to my wife for all the time I'm gone, right? And so you want to be pretty close to whatever the market is, right?
And that's really cool. And just like we talked about, you know, whenever you get people into this and on this app, you know, they're like, oh my word. Well, what happens if we don't need the app no more and you really do make a really good companionship with the person that you're working for?
Right.
And you go, wait a minute, hold on. If that happens and it's only a certain amount of them, that's great because you made a good relationship with that person. So you're connecting the right people with the app also.
Truth.
And
Honesty.
I know as long as I've done firewood, oh my goodness, I've done firewood my whole life. And the biggest thing is being there when you say you're going to, delivering it on time, making sure that they have what they want. And, you know, when I started my firewood business, for example, honesty is the best policy. When you bring the firewood, you tell the people you're going to bring, and it's over what you tell them, over a half a rick. I had a guy out of Mooresville, Indiana, bought 12 rick of firewood from me. I never will forget it. I delivered it with a 72 two-wheel drive pickup truck. My dad and I ended up taking the rear end out of an old 72 Cheyenne in a junkyard, 3/4 ton, and welded it underneath this thing.
Ooh.
So the truck went down the road like this.
No kidding.
But I could put 2 rick of wood on this thing and deliver it. You know what I mean?
Intense.
So it take just a little bit over 2 rick to fill it. And I always would make it so it ended up being
Just
over
a little
half,
more.
Over a half
A little
rick.
more.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Under promise, over deliver.
So this guy calls me at the end about a week after I delivered it to him. He goes, you know what? He goes, Alan Collier. I said, yes, sir. He goes, Jim Johnson. And I never will forget it. I said, yes, sir. I remember bringing wood to you here just a while back. Yeah, I got it all stacked up. I said, is there a problem? No. I've been doing wood for 50 years. This is the first time I've ever had firewood over what I've ordered. I'm impressed. And I was like, no way. So you know what that ended up getting me? The Cracker Barrels. He ate at Cracker Barrel restaurant every day and knew every manager in there. And he said they had a hard time, ended up getting firewood in there that would burn. So I didn't know if you'd be interested in stopping by and talking to one of the managers.
See?
That
Integrity.
one store ended up turning into 10 stores. I did it for 10 years.
Integrity.
Honesty.
Honesty.
That's what this app is going to do. It's going to weed out all of the people who want to take you. Just like you said, bad people don't want to spend a little bit of money. Now, 5%. All right, so it's just almost like when you come to this app, and all my guys, you know what I mean, are wanting to use this app.
They want to know.
They're going to want to know how much it's going to charge them.
Right.
So let's say every rick of firewood that they sell on the app.
And you said it was $70. How much is a rick?
Let's say 70. When in my hometown is $70 to
$70.
Yep.
Okay, so for $70, I think you're paying $3.50.
See,
$3.50.
$3.50 a rig.
It's a coffee.
Not even a coffee, man. I mean, if I go to Starbucks or Dunkin', that's like $5.
And you're buying that security for your buyer, your seller, some consistency. Finding people, marketing. Like you're participating. It's like an independent business thing. You know, you get to run a business within a business. You're borrowing our security.
Exactly, and that's what the firewood industry
renting.
needs.
Sorry.
It really does. I mean, there's so many people that take advantage of elderly people. There's people that take advantage of people who just bought a new furnace, you know what I mean? A firewood place, have never had one.
Don't
You
know
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't
Here,
know.
oh, look here. This totally ready to burn. Oh, no, it's green.
Green.
Yeah.
The reviews on this is what I like the best. So it's $3.50 a rick that we're spending as a guy to supply the firewood. That's really nothing when it comes to when people come to this app, they're going to know that they're going to be secured. They're going to have people to pick from in that local place.
Yep.
Some place might only have one that's on the app, but they're good because their reviews are there and you can read them.
Yeah, and then competition, right?
Competition.
Makes everybody better at
It
their
does.
game.
It does. It keeps them competitive. The prices will go down on the app.
Yep, that's right.
Depending on, because everybody wants a little piece of the pie.
Yeah, it's just like Airbnb. Oh, that person's renting for that much. Oh, my house is better. My firewood's better.
This is the other thing that we've noticed since after COVID, and a lot of the Mickey Mouse people have came in from COVID. The kind of people, you know what I mean? well, I don't really want to go to work. I'm just going to cut firewood. Well, they have like 20 or 30 rick behind their house. You know what I mean?
That's like,
And they're trying to get as much as they can out of it because this is all they got.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
but that's funny. I don't want to go to work. I want to go cut firewood.
A lot
That's
of
real
people-
work.
I know.
I mean, I love it. When I go cut firewood on the weekend, I'm like, I love it.
Right.
But it's real work.
It's real work. But you know, a lot of, and we run into that a lot because you got the old guy down the street, man. He's got a pile of firewood he's going to sell. But in other words, you can still be that guy, put it on the market, and still make off this app as long as you're an honest person.
Well,
it really
and-
does weed out the really bad people that's taking advantage of people.
Well, and if you want to list it for $200 more than your neighbor, you're
You can do
welcome
it.
to do it.
You
Fill your
can
boots.
do
You're just
it.
not going to sell it until the middle of winter, of course.
Right? Normally about February when nobody's got any is when
And
she
that,
really
that
takes
price
off.
is going to go up.
Gonna
And that's
go
the
up.
other thing is it's just going to be honest, right? Because there's some places in the States, because I'm from Canada, y'all.
Yep.
I know how to speak Indiana.
You do.
Y'all don't even know. I don't know.
That's pretty close.
I understand that like different places have a different market at a different time of year, right?
Yep.
Something in Florida is going to be different than something in the Catskills, than different than Washington State,
Yep.
different than Montana, or I'm from just north of Idaho, right? The different wood, different time of year. Maybe nobody wants wood in June. I don't
And
know.
that's the thing, you're saying that this app is going to be able to be all over the U.S., right?
Absolutely, every
Anywhere.
state. And
Every
then
state.
and don't tell my Canadian brothers, but we're going America first.
Hey, that's cool. I like that. America first.
Maybe Canada second. We'll see.
Maybe Canada second.
There's only 5 of us in Canada who cut firewood.
Right.
Maybe 6.
That's great. That's great. Well, I mean, I really do appreciate you coming on the podcast, coming here and talking to us about this app.
It's great to be
I
here.
cannot wait to see this thing
Yeah.
develop. By the time this app comes out, our brother David here ought to have the app downloaded and everything, and we get started on this, and you guys can learn more about it. Again, it's out here to keep us safe, to keep the bad people out that's really taking other people and not doing what they're saying they're doing. I know a lot of my wood hounds around that I know, and they make sure they do very good work. And this right here is just to keep the riffraff out, the ones that we've all been worried about for so long.
Well, it's also, sorry to cut you off,
Go
but it's
for
also
it.
going to, I would say, enhance your business.
It will.
Right? It's going to make it easier to keep track of. You're going to have your account there. You're going to see exactly what you did this month, right? You can advertise your own posts on Facebook if you want. Just click through and go to your own app, your own posts. But it's going to make accounting easier if you're into that sort of thing. Not
Sounds
everybody
awesome.
likes accounting.
No. I like numbers, just not them numbers.
Right.
I'm just well, David, man,
Hey.
thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Yes,
Really
sir.
appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Now, guys, I want to, on this part of this podcast, we've done a little bit different. We've went out and interviewed people from different businesses and different things. I want to make this part of our podcast where we go out and have talks with different people on our show and even at their workplaces. It's going to be a really neat part of God, Guns, and Sawdust coming up. We're here at the Paul Bunyan Show, the biggest show of the year. I love the Paul Bunyan Show. Been coming here since I was a kid. And, hey, be looking for more stuff here on God, Guns, and Sawdust. And David, again, we appreciate you.
We didn't talk any about guns, and I know I'm from Canada, but
I know.
I got a couple.
We're going to have to bring that to the next podcast.
All right, next
what do you
one.
say?
Next one.
Guys, be safe, be good. And that is a big Indiana boom, baby.
Gun, guns, and sawdust echoes loud, carving out truth where the strong stand proud. We're done for now, but we'll be back again. Tune in next time where the stories never end.
God, Guns, and Sawdust is a production of TKP Media, LLC.